Paul, so many things we could start with, but I think where I'll start is your lads have shown you what a good team they can be, even in adverse conditions.
Well, I think they've shown an incredible character. Down to 10 men from, I don't know, was it about the 35th minute, something like that, I think, so down to 10 men. And the way that they've gone about it, particularly second half, has been absolutely outstanding. Can't ask any more of them in terms of their effort, their desire, even some of the football we played. We probably just let ourselves down in the final third with our finishes. We probably needed to work the goalkeeper a bit more. But I think we can take a hell of a lot of positives out of that against, let's be fair, they're a good side. Orient, they've got some good players. I think Archibald's one of the best players in this league. He's got a wonderful left foot, and he showed us twice in the first half. Really pleasing for me the way we've gone about it, but massively disappointed that we've come away with nothing from the game.
I have to say, horrible way for a game to start.
Yeah, it wasn't great. We knew the threat. We knew the threat of Smythe or Smith, whatever you call him, and Moncur and Archibald, and we showed the players that on Friday and talked about the fact that the Smythe and Archibald want to come in off the line onto their stronger feet. Obviously, before kick-off, Smythe gets injured in the warm-up and has to drop out the side. But the players knew what the threat of Archibald was. We allowed him to come inside. I don't think he should be scoring from that distance. It may have took a little bit of a deflection, but I don't personally think he should have been scoring from that distance. And then you've got a bit of a mountain to climb, but then we've got fantastic delivery from the set play. Edmo gets his first goal, and I don't know the timings of it. It felt very quick. I think probably about a minute, maybe 2 minutes. We then absolutely gift them a second goal again. And the frustrating thing for me is that since pre-season, I've talked about no risk at the back, and there was a risk. John Mellish has slipped over, and then again, Archibald's had a fantastic finish. But for me, we've gifted them 2 goals in the first half. We've gifted them with a red card, and it is a red card. I've got absolutely no argument about it. It's a moment of madness. From a player who's worked extremely hard to get himself back fit again, back into the mix, gets his goal, great finish as well. So we've allowed the game to go away from ourselves as a group through a couple of moments of madness. And unfortunately, if you're playing against the bottom of the league, you can't afford it, and you certainly can't do it against the team at the top of the league.
Just to touch more on that second goal of theirs, we see it with Man City, we see it with Liverpool. Sometimes you don't play out from the back, sometimes you just get rid.
Well, I'm afraid we're not Man City and we're not Liverpool. They make mistakes as well. We're not, and let's be brutally honest about it. There's absolutely no reason to take that risk back there, especially when they had a front three who were pressing up against us to try and stop that happening. So we've invited that on. As a group, we've made those mistakes, we've been punished for it, and then after that point, I think we've shown incredible character to keep going, to keep doing, and to cause them the problems that we did. And again, we'll talk about the fans. I thought the fans were magnificent again today. They've stuck with us, they've roared us on, and we're just disappointed we've come away with nothing.
You've mentioned the red card, very honestly said you've got no quibbles with that, but there is a quibble because it shouldn't even have been in that situation. There was a handball.
Well, I've seen it back. At the time, I thought it was a handball. All the players, most of the crowd are all appealing for handball. Looking at it, it seems like a really, really easy decision to give. I've got to be honest with you. The distance between the cross coming in, the fact that the player's arm is not by his side, it's in an unnatural position, it strikes his arm. The referee, I'll give him his due, is in a good position, and that's probably the only positive thing I'm going to say about him today. How he doesn't give it, I don't know. He's just tried to explain it to me there when I've gone in with the assessor. I still, to this point now, still feel he's wrong. And as you say, it should have been a penalty. It wasn't. We get the corner, and then unfortunately Ryan has a little bit of a rush of blood, and he does actually, I don't know if it's a slap or a push on Pratley, and he deserved to be red carded. Simple.
Edmo won't mind me saying this, he's got a bit of fire in him, he's got a bit of that combative spirit. This is maybe a learning curve that sometimes just keep it within yourself.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, we've been really good in terms of our discipline this season. Really good. And I've been delighted with the way they've gone about it. I don't even know what caused it. There was a little bit of a coming together with him and Pratley. I really don't know what happened. I need to watch it a bit closer to see. It seemed a little bit of an exaggerated reaction to do what he did. I thought it was an exaggerated reaction from Pratley, but I'm not defending Ryan for that. He deserved to be red carded. Once you lift your hands, and whether it be a slap, a punch, whatever that might be, the referee has to make that decision, and it is a rush of blood that he's got to learn from. He's worked extremely hard. I'm presuming that's going to be a 3-game suspension for him now. In what are 2 really big games coming up this week, and when we're in a situation where we're down on numbers, especially in those forward areas anyway.
The third goal, I'm going to have a guess at the referee said that we've entered a second phase, but the fact of the matter is that the first phase, which is still in play, the lad's offside.
Well, I think that's a really easy decision to give, if I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's just a blatant offside. My understanding is that the rule has changed, that it has to be a deliberate pass for it to become a second phase. How, when a defender is, I wouldn't say lunging across, but stretching across to try and intercept the ball. And my view is he missed the ball completely. It's not a pass, but again, the referee and his one of his assistants, the assistants on the main stand side, have said that through their comms, the fourth official said there was a definite touch from the blue. Well, he was stood next to me and I could see that there wasn't a definite touch from the blue. It wasn't a controlled pass, it wasn't a deliberate pass, and I just think they're easy decisions. There's a lot of things in the game today where I just thought the referee completely lost control. I didn't think, it's just my opinion, I didn't think he was capable of controlling that game today, which is really disappointing. I will also say I know how difficult it is for referees, totally understand that. I think the penalty is a straightforward decision. I think the offside is a straightforward decision. I think the red card's a straightforward decision that he got right. I think Jordan Gibson's late tackle on their player is a yellow card. I totally get it. I get that Jaden Harris's late tackle on the right back is a yellow card. I've got no problem with those. I think the 2 big calls that he's made, one which leads towards a red card instead of a penalty, and one which leads to the third goal, which takes the game way out of our hands. I think they're huge calls and huge mistakes.
There is a lot, I mean, you're handling this really well. There's a lot of discussion at the moment about how the game handles the referees and how we talk about them, but the fact of the matter is they create that type of atmosphere if they get consistently easy decisions wrong.
Yeah, I'll start again by saying I totally get it's a really difficult job. I do get it, I understand that. But there's 4 of them there that can't come up with those sorts of decisions. We have to get that right. I don't believe that we should be running up and down the touchline lambasting referees and linesmen, assistants as they're called now. I don't believe we'd need to do that. But it's incredibly frustrating. Listen, the referee's not the sole reason why we've lost this game today, so let's not start getting into the realms of that. We've cost ourselves today with some not so clever decisions that we've made. And let's think about all the good things we've done. Let's concentrate on where we caused them problems, what we did, the energy that we showed second half, and we've just got to dust ourselves down and get ready for Tuesday, which is another great challenge.
50 odd minutes with 10 men, a lovely bit of football with those 10 men to get Gibbo's goal. Everybody's delighted for Gibbo because we know how hard he works, but that was great football.
Oh, really good football. I thought Finn back on his first game back into the side was absolutely outstanding and showed great energy. But I'm really pleased for Gibbo to get that goal. It was a good finish as well because it wasn't straightforward, so he's tucked it away really well. We had other opportunities as well, and maybe set plays just didn't fall in our place as we would have liked to have, and the long throws, we didn't quite get our head on them. We had opportunities where we've had strikes. I think Finn had a one that got blocked, Gibbo's had a one was put over the bar, Callum's free kick doesn't work the keeper, so we've had other chances that possibly we could have got a draw. So there are some good things out of it, and I don't want it to be a case of the referee's performance has cost us, because sadly we've cost ourselves as well.
What do you say to them after a game like that, where they've given everything and they've got nothing to show for it?
I think I've just, I don't actually remember what I said now. I just said to them that really proud of the way they've gone about it second half, and the energy and the enthusiasm and the desire and all those sorts of things. But it doesn't matter what level you're at. You can't give teams a start. You can't give them a leg up, especially a team like that who've got good players who, you know, I could feel there was a nervousness about them when even at 3-2 there was a nervousness that we didn't exploit, but we've still we've certainly given them the opportunity to get the second goal. The officials have given the opportunity to get the third goal. So, you know, there's other things that have gone against us, but we've just got to dust ourselves down. The next challenge now is Tuesday night, a really good game in front of what will be a big crowd, and we've just got to be ready for it.
Lovely to get people like Dennis back, show Silver back into your reckoning.
Oh yeah, we need them. And now we're missing Ryan Edmondson for 3 games. We definitely need Toby back. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see how everybody is. I don't think we've picked up anything else today. Obviously, Owen Moxon's had his head stitched, and I had to make a decision. I couldn't afford to wait any longer. It was taking far too long to get that sorted out, and that's something I'm going to have to address. He's got a nasty cut on his head. He's gone away with his head bandage. I don't know how many stitches he got into the wound. Again, it was just an innocuous. I think it was a banging of heads. I don't really know. I've not seen it back yet. So we'll see how Mox is. There was no concussion issues or any dizziness or out like that. It literally just was the flesh wound. So we'll see how he is on Monday and hope he's okay.
Stockport 2-0 away win at Salford. That won't be easy.
No, it won't be easy. They're a good side. They're probably one of the fancied teams for this season. I expect them to come through. I expect them to come good. Yeah, it's a tough game, but a great game to look forward to. We talked this week about the next 3 fixtures, giving us a real idea where we are. The result hasn't gone our way today. I think the level of performance and energy and everything that we showed and footballing ability has been a real positive. Sadly, we've got nothing to show for it.
Thanks, Paul.